Rebecca Langman, your favorite interior designer in Revision Custom Home Design here in Billings, Montana. So it's been a couple weeks since I've streamed, hence the, you know, forgetful intro. But anyway, I am here. I've got some fun projects this week. So I'm excited to start sharing this with you. So we're gonna hop right in. This is an as-built that I'm doing. So this is a remodel project. I kind of do 50-50, I would say, between remodels and then new construction plans. So this one being a remodel, there's obviously going to be an as-built that has to be submitted to the city to kickstart the permit approval process. Now, some work has already started on this property. This was a fire damaged property that fire happened and now we got to fix it. So the house has already been remediated down to the studs. A few things have started to be repaired, but we are going to be making a few changes. The homeowner has got a new contractor involved, and we're actually going to be enlarging a small portion of the house as we do this renovation. So like I said, first step in the process in order to get the city to approve the permit is to start drawing an as-built plan, and then we'll go in and draw the second set of plans, which is the proposed new plan. So I've got Chief Architect pulled up. That is my drafting software that I use. The tricky thing in this one is that this is a split level house. And it is a 4-level split. So there's the basement, there's the kind of basement that accesses about 2 steps down from the garage level. Then there's what's considered the main level, which is about 4 steps up or 5 steps up from the sidewalk and grade. And then there's the upper level. So that's the split. And then it's got the garage off to the side. And Chief sometimes can be a little, we'll say, tricky when it comes to split levels as far as where you're drawing the foundation, where you're drawing the main floor, up floor, all that. So I think the easiest way for me to do this is basically to draw the upstairs and the main floor as one level, and then the lower and the basement as one level, just to get the elevations right. There's not going to be a ton that has to be submitted, but because we are adding on, I know the city will want to see elevations on all of this. So, go ahead, we'll get my exterior walls. First thing I'm going to do is draw a big giant rectangle. Oh, that's huge. It's going to auto-populate with dimensions, and then I will start fixing it. So basically, hold on, let me get my interior. Okay, so there is a interior wall that runs the length of the house here to here. And then our dimensions. Now, this is one time where my site measurements are actually going to match what's on the screen here, because Chief Architect, the default dimensioning method for interior dimensions is framing to framing, not drywall to drywall. So normally when I'm in a house and I'm measuring obviously drywall to drywall, and I have to add an extra inch because drywall is 1/2 inch thick to get my framing to framing measurements. Well, in this house, there's not a single piece of drywall in the entire house at the moment. It is just studs and siding. So what I have on paper will actually match what I'm putting on the screen here. So that over there is 12'6", and this over here is 12'6". So, okay. And then I'll start using a couple of my interior walls to come up with some of the rest of the measurements, because obviously having a 25 or 30 foot tape measure, I can't get the entire length of the house in one. So I might have to real quick peek at the lower level just to verify a couple overall lengths. So, okay. Because the house is not quite 64 foot. That's just my rough rectangle to get started. Down here on the main floor, we have a little closet that comes over here, kind of by the front door. Obviously, that's not there yet, but you'll see it. Okay, so those two did match up. So, okay, throw out some dimensions real quick. We need a dimension wall here, and then we need over here. Okay, so this room right here is the kitchen. And we are 12 foot 11. Okay. Then we have this closet. And again, double checking, making sure I'm looking framing to framing. Yeah, it's a skinny closet. It's not huge. Again, framing to framing, got to get the depth right. This is 4 foot. Okay. And then I'm gonna have to do, we'll do railing. Railing here, railing here, railing here, and then room divider, or what I always call my invisible wall. There. Now, again, check our measurements here. Let me get my... And this is a little different. The staircase actually, the staircase that goes to the lower level is actually a different width than the staircase that goes that way. Okay, wait, so we have this one here. And we have that one there. Okay. So this is 12 foot 11 to match the other wall. This lower level one is 3 foot 1. And then this upper is 3 foot 5. So this is actually something we're going to be kind of rectifying. Right now, the staircase going up is wider than the staircase going down. We actually want the lower staircase to be wider. We're going to leave the 3 foot 5 width on the staircase that goes up, but we're actually going to add a foot over here to the width of that staircase going down, because we want that to be more of a public staircase, easier to use, and not quite as closed off. Because again, because this is the floor level, the staircase here on the right that goes up has a staircase underneath that's stacked that goes to the lowest level. This other staircase that goes down only has the one. So from here, okay, now here's where I want to get my elevations right. Before I do any walls on the upper portion, I want to get that floor level right. So I'm essentially considering this bottom half of the screen as my main floor. And so what, so that's my absolute zero essentially. Everything else is either above or down from that. So there is a elevation change of 3 foot 11 to get up here. So I'm gonna click on that, and you can't see my dialog box here unfortunately, but under the structure tab, instead of my floor being absolute 0, my floor is going to be 3 foot 11 or 47 inches. And then I also need my ceiling to still be the 8 foot ceiling. So I'm adjusting that in my dialog box. So now if I were to take a look at this with a camera, well, I have to do a cross section because you can't see what I'm doing here. If I were to do a cross section, now you can see how the two levels line up like that. So that's what I want, that quick little double check, make sure that that's correct. Okay, so now I need to do one more interior dimension here because obviously my living room is not 48 feet long. It is 16 foot. There we go. So those are out there because that was my manual dimensions that I added. So the overall, that's just shy of 1,000 square feet. So about a 2,000 square foot total house once it's all said and done. The client in this project was really sweet. He had just finished, moving the house, 5 years ago, and had just finished totally redoing the entire house, wood floors, all the finishes, everything, when this fire happened, unfortunately. It's never a good situation when you've got a fire, but especially heartbreaking when you've just spent, years living in a construction zone, getting the house where you want it, and then all of a sudden, again, it's not where you want it. Okay, so now we need to do a flight of stairs from here up. And they are, and that has railing on both sides. Kind of overlaps. It kind of goes over this little, there we go. Yeah, 40 inches. Okay, that's right. And then this one I'm going to do as open to below as the room type, because the staircase comes from that lower level up. And yeah, so I'm going to leave that open. Right now it's just going to look blank, but when I go create that lower level, that'll pop in and that'll be okay. All right. So now this house actually has a couple kind of unique features. Although it's got this main floor here, and then of course this upper level is where the master and a bedroom and a bathroom are. This wall that divides it has a lot of openings in it, like almost like windows, or, well, two of them in the master bedroom are like windows, and the other ones are actually floor to ceiling. We're gonna have to put a railing in there for safety, to meet code, but they're big giant openings to help it feel less closed off instead of like this long narrow 12'6" room. So, okay, so now that we've got our walls on the main floor and our elevation, I can start putting walls on this upper level. So you come up the stairs here. There's a wall that goes here. There's essentially a hallway here and that. And then within here, we have some closet space. There's a closet that goes into this bedroom and then a linen closet. Let me get those dimensions before I start breaking down. There's a bathroom and a master closet here. So measurements. All right. Now I see it auto dimensioned on the outside, but that doesn't do my interior dimensions always the way that I want them to. Okay. So this room here, it's actually really close, 11'10". This room down on this end, also pretty close, 9'3". And then my closet interior is always the standard 2'1", and I did verify that on site. Not everyone gets that right, but it's right. Okay, and then my hallway. It's not terribly wide, it's 3'1". Again, standard, but there we go. Okay, so I don't need to keep that measurement. Don't need to keep some of these. Okay, I'm going to label this master. This is bedroom 1. And I am going to number these bedrooms just because, especially when you have a 5-bedroom house, you just want to keep track of everything and make it easy to say. So now this is all showing up as one room. I don't need the dimensions on this closet. I do want to leave the dimensions on the staircase. I'll actually move that just over here. And then I am going to draw an invisible wall to connect these two. Okay. So then this here is my kitchen. And I'm going to adjust the room label so it also says dining because we're not doing a formal dining in this house. And then this, even though it includes all that entry space, I'm going to label this as my living room. And on this one, I do want to leave a couple of these dimensions here. Just because we have the different openings for the closet door and the staircase and everything. Exterior door is right here. Change the door swing proper. Closet doors, I always show the door swing quite close to closed. There's an exterior door over here. And this one just was boarded up, so I don't know which way the door swing was on that. We'll have to guess. And it was... six. No, that's not right. No. There we go. That's better. Okay. So maybe it was maybe the door does swing the other way. I'll play with that one. Okay, upstairs, we want to do some interior doors. So there's obviously a door here. There's a door there. There's a little closet door here. Then we have bifold. Changing that to a 6 foot. Okay. So that's most of the doors up there. Oh, wait, I take that back. There's one over here. Okay. And then windows. This is big triple casement there. Okay. Then we need to do another window up here, and I think they were casements, so. Although I'll be replacing that, so. Did I write down what those were? Okay. And this one above the sink is 501. Now that one I had to be specific on because that's where the sink is located, so I took that measurement from the corner. The bedroom's up here. We'll say it's 5 foot from the corner. And we'll do the same thing here, because that makes it pretty uniform. And again, here we'll do, I think that was about 3'6", give or take. So, and those positions don't matter quite as much in this. We're just going to replace those. Okay, so now that we've got those measurements, now we can quick go in here to this bathroom up here. And this, there's actually a break in this wall. This way. So there's a closet that comes over. And then a doorway. There we go. And then break right there. There we go. So that's kind of all part of that. And again, we need to do some dimensions here real quick. Okay, and then this 4'3". Okay. Yep, so I don't need those measurements anymore. This is master closet, or just, I guess, closet. And then there's a door that goes here. This is bathroom. And this drives me nuts. We're going to change that toilet location. Never do that. And then we had a vanity. I always forget to do this, but I need to just change this in my defaults. Cabinet labels. I hate cabinet labels. All right. And then obviously you can tell that because this cabinet is here, this door cannot be a full 2.6 door. So I'm going to guess we'll make it a 28 for now. Just to try and fit the as-built conditions. Okay, so there's the bath. It's kind of nice. You got this little walkthrough to get in there from the master without having to go out in the hallway. And then that is shared by that bedroom and technically the main floor, although they could go down as well. There is another bathroom basically directly below that guests can use. So it's nice to have that walkthrough, but also you do have that privacy if you need it. So now I was mentioning windows. and it's more like pass-throughs. So we're gonna, okay, so we're gonna come over here into the master. And these windows or pass-throughs are 3'11" by 3'7". So now here's where I want to double check. Okay, that is correct. Because what I haven't done is this main floor here, I need to make sure on my structure, I'm not doing a flat ceiling over that room or this room or this room. And that's the staircase. And that has the right number of treads. I already counted. And this room technically looks, there is a flat, but I don't want the roof above to be all messed up. So, paste, copy, paste. Now this opening over here is 6'4", and it basically is the full, I think so it's like 80 inches tall. And yeah. And then there's one more right here, but it's obviously narrower. This one's only like that. So if we come over here with the camera, that is actually pretty accurate. The stairs are obviously steep enough to meet, but that's the correct number. You got these two full thing openings that we're going to have a railing on, so we can still have the visual opening. And then you've got this sort of window. We're going to put glass there. But again, it allows some light to pass through. So that actually is pretty accurate for the main floor. And then the ceiling matches the roof pitch or mimics the roof pitch to fill that in. Yay! Hold on one second here. Okay. Yay. Okay, so that is the main floor. The only thing I haven't done is the kitchen layout. And in this particular, because we're doing an as-built, I don't even know that I need to show cabinets so much. Pretty straightforward. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and hit save on this main floor. Sweet. So now what I want to do, I'm going to zoom out here just so I make sure I got everything. I'm going to build floor. I want to build my foundation. I want, and then there's a dialog box. I'm sorry, you can't see this. 8-foot ceiling in the basement. Okay. Derive foundation plan from the first floor plan. Yes. Okay. Now, here's where it gets a little tricky. This half over here only has like a partial wall foundation. This down here is the full wall foundation, the full 8-foot. So we're going to pull this on over. And then I am going to do that. Exterior wall. But I want to do it as, I kind of want to do like a pony wall. So I want the lower wall type to be my 8-inch concrete stem wall. And then the siding up above. So now I'm going to click on this one. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to go to wall type, make it a pony wall, do my stem wall. And then instead of drawing it back, I don't know why I did that last time. I can do a break and then make this one match. Pony wall, okay. And then again, I need to match my absolute zeros, my floor heights. So over here, this half of the basement, my floor is at -104. And I need to go up 48 inches from that. So, math. Okay. 90, 80, 70, 60 would be 56. -56, sorry. So my floor, I want to be -56. Okay. So before I do anything else, I'm going to really quick do a cross section. Yay! Sweet. Okay. So that's actually the easiest I've ever done that before in Chief. And I think it's because I have not done it well the first many times. And even looking at the outside now, looking at where my siding and my stem walls are, that's actually pretty accurate. Because this is only just a real short footplate there, and this is a full basement. And so the way the landscaping is, the landscaping kind of covers up a bunch of this and slopes down. And then the garage is actually like one step up over here. So that actually looks pretty accurate. Real quick, I'm going to copy and paste this window. Perfect. And then I'm also going to copy and paste there. And then there's also one there and one there. So if I go back to that cross section, there we go. We've got everything in the right places. Now the only thing is this is not a 36. This is like one of those little basement stupid windows. Oh, wrong one. Yeah, one of those. Because then, like I said, the way the grading is. And this one as well. Okay. So if I were to do an orthographic overview, that is my split level house. And then the only thing I have left to do is add my garage on. Now, like I said, my garage is about even with this floor down here. But I feel like it should show on the first floor. No, it shouldn't. It should show here. I don't know. We'll show it here. Okay. So then the garage comes over, 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 and back. Okay. And I know that this is 5 foot. Find the drawing of my 22'9". Ironically, even though I'm an interior designer, it drives me nuts when the exterior dimensions don't make sense. Like, I'm sorry, who wants to sit there and build a 30-foot, 3 and 1/16 inch garage? I try to make my exterior dimensions in increments of 2 foot, and then all my interior stuff just fits. I make it fit. So, and it was one, two. So if my floor here is at negative 63, did I do? Okay. Then I would say, and it's, you step out and you go up 2, so that's 14, 53. So we're going to say this. First I'm going to do my structure. My floor is going to be negative, we'll say 48. And we'll say again, it's an 8-foot ceiling. We'll get rid of the flat roof, and then we're going to go back to the general and label it as my garage. So one last time, we'll do our little exterior. That is not correct. So that has dropped my floor way down. That's not right. Wonder if when I changed it to garage that. Oh yeah, I did delete negated that. Okay, so negative 48. Okay. There we go. That's better. Now, I don't know what the roof looked like on the garage before. When I got out on site, that was completely gone. My guess would be it was a front to back like that, because over here on this side of the house, we have a roof like this that runs the length of it. I'm guessing the garage probably went like that. The new plan is to take this roof that was like this before and just extend it down and cover the garage, because the ridge was actually kind of over these windows here. It was an asymmetrical where it went up quite a ways and then just came down a little bit. But that is the house. And then there's a deck that wraps around on this level all the way. All right. Okay. Why is my resolution so low? Anyway. Okay. So now we've got the basics of the elevations right, which is important. I didn't want to do any interior walls before I got that figured out. And then now if we go back over here, flip to the next page in my notebook here. Let's see here. I want to get the stairs right, so I'm going to go to my tools, reference display, and that's going to show me what's up above. So now I'm going to use my interior walls. And then I'll use my align with above below tool. Again here. Now that I just have a railing up above, so I'm going to have to kind of manually finagle that one. And then there will be or there is, I guess, kind of a dividing wall there. Okay. And then over here, we essentially mimic a big chunk of this. So there's a wall here. There's the wall here. Align that with above. I'll align that with above, but I'm going to double check. I think that room actually does not align with above. So there's where I need to get out my measuring tools. This bedroom actually is bigger than the one. Oh, I see why. Because it actually probably does align with above pretty closely. The only difference is where this wall is positioned to let the door into the room, because instead of the closet bumping that way, yeah, it does this. So it's actually really close. Okay. And that's really the only one that aligns. So I'm going to go ahead and turn off this reference display for the moment. Okay. So then from this lower level, we have a staircase coming up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and up. Yep, that's right. And then from this level, we have a staircase that goes up like this. Now this is the one that's a little bit narrower. It's only barely 36 inches. Okay, so now if we were to look, well, other than that wall being, that foundation kind of being like that, that actually is pretty correct. Okay, so then the question is, how do I... Basically, I'm sure there's a cut through, so I'm just going to show it this way because you can't see it anyway. Like that. So there you can see that. Almost solved it, except I put my staircase where I don't want it. Elevation-wise. This staircase needs to come up off of that floor. I see what I do there. Okay, hang on. Even if I move that, in order to keep my elevations right, I have to do that. Okay, so there you can kind of see how my stairs stack. This is unnecessary. Hold on, let me go back up the floor. When I was doing this, there's a railing here in the middle. I really don't need that. I need a room divider. So there, that's okay. That's pretty accurate as to what that's going to look like. Little bit weird there, but honestly, for what the city needs, the city doesn't need to see this 3D view. We know that that'll be open there. So there we go. That's what we need to see. So now if we go down a level, there you go. You can see. And then if you're here, you see that. Perfect. Okay. Yay. So now down here in the basement, actually, you know what? I should have labeled that one upstairs bedroom 1. That should be bedroom 2, because the master is considered bedroom 1. So we'll do master. This one will be bedroom 2. Oh, no, this one will be 3. Sorry. Upstairs, we've got to go up and relabel this bedroom 2. And then downstairs, once I get my closets drawn in, Okay, so just real quick, making sure my closets are the right. Okay. And I don't really need those dimensions now. Those are just kind of the placeholder. That's bedroom 3. This is bedroom 4. And this is bedroom 5. Okay. And that all flows nicely. So master 2, 3, 4, and 5. It all fits. Now we need doors. And then we need our bifold doors. Okay. Then go back to our wall tool. We've got a little bit of a jog here. So there's like a utility room, and then that connects like that. And then this is the door that connects to the garage. Like that. And then we just have to do a couple more dimensions. Okay. We've got this measurement. Got that measurement. And then that measurement and okay. So we know that this is, well, we got the hallway position right. We know that that's 3 foot. We know that this is 1'8". Oh, so that garage door. Oh, I know why, because we haven't, hold on. First, we gotta do this measurement. So undo that. I always got to figure out where your starting point is. So first, this, we can't do that measurement if we don't know what this measurement is. This is 13'9". There we go. Now this is 1'8". See, I knew I wasn't wrong. And then that lines up with the one up above. Okay. There we go. Okay. I'll leave that measurement in. Okay. So this room, we're going to call this laundry. Now it looks gigantic for a laundry, but it's kind of, actually, I'm going to call it mudroom. / laundry. And actually, the way the homeowner is planning on using this, he doesn't have kids that live at home at the moment. So this is going to be, it's going to have laundry on one wall. There's going to be a desk under the window, and then some kind of storage cabinets, closets over here. Yeah, that's about right. So, and then this is yet another bathroom. I'm going to copy and paste from up here. So copy. So not to code. And then there's like a shower over here. So come on, shower. See, when your library is tiny, you can scroll through your entire thing in like 2 seconds. When your library is huge, hold on, shower pan. There we go, rectangular. That'll be easy. Okay. And then we just need to label this as bathroom. And this is our utility closet. So furnace and water heater. Now client is going to be switching away from a water heater tank to a on-demand system. Oh, and one more door. We need the garage door, which is 18 foot. Perfect. Okay, so I think that's pretty much our as-built. We've got our garage. We've got, this is just kind of a landing down there at the bottom of the stairs. I think that is everything. Sweet. So we're going to go ahead and hit save. Okay. And then, okay. So now that I've got that, back up. Perfect. Then what I'm going to do is file, save as, proposed. So actually, I probably should have drawn the roof on before I did that. But yeah, actually I should have. So hold on, I'm going to close that. I'm opening up the existing plan again. And I'm going to draw the roof here. I'm guessing, I didn't take exact measurements, but if I remember correctly, it was right around in line with that. And it wasn't a terribly large pitched roof, so I'm going to guess 5'8". So I'm just going to quick get my overhangs right. And then if I do that, that puts my ridge at 215 3/8. So now I'm going to come over here. I'm going to click on this. I'm going to make my pitch 5 again. Lock my pitch. And adjust my ridge top height. And if I did it right, when I do this, that's pretty accurate, actually. So there we go. Sweet. All right. And then I always like for cleanliness, I always move my roofs to be display on floor above so that they display on the attic level. So if I were to go up to the attic level, there you can see my roof. All right. Well, yay! I think that is where I'm going to call it a day just for the moment. On this project. So thank you so much for tuning in. For any of you that have been watching, I have no idea. Oh, there we go. I'm just under an hour on streaming. So if you've tuned in, I really do appreciate you. I hope you've learned something. I hope I've been somewhat entertaining. And if you like what I've been doing here, if you want to learn more, if you want to see more of this project, be sure to subscribe so that you get notified when I go live on my next video. Because as of now, working from home, kiddos and all that, I do not have a schedule. I am hoping to get on a schedule soon, but I just stream whenever the kiddos will let me. So tune in, Revision Custom Home Design, tell your friends, and you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day.